So, let's see. What did everyone get? Eric, what is a popover? Can you speak up?
A popover is it's a pop-up box that appears like on an element.
Sweet.
It's like a tooltip, I guess.
Okay, cool. Lee, what's a scroll spy? Awesome, thank you. Let's see, Kevin, what does affix do?
It's kind of like fixing CSS, but it's really something the same. It's not.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And Matt, what's a jumbotron?
Jumbotron is like a real big container.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a huge H1. Just that would be Jumbotron.
Yep, this is a jumbotron. Let's see, Lon, what's a well?
It's a class that has a rounded border around an element, gray background, padding.
Yep, so this bad boy here, around 23 tigers wearing a tux, this is a well. That's a great thing you see here. Kind of like a jumbotron, same sort of styling, but not a jumbotron. And then, let's see, Rachel, what are glyphicons?
They are icons for glyphicon assets.
Yeah.
They're not free, but they are for Bootstrap, so you can send a shit like that.
Yeah, awesome. You guys may have heard of Font Awesome too, which is a lot like glyphicons. Let's see. Basically, Font Awesome is a font that instead of letters has a whole bunch of icons like these. And glyphicons is the same thing. Trying to use glyphicons on your computer, as I found, is kind of difficult because you're probably going to run into a lot of like no access, allow origin things with the fonts themselves. And that's because web fonts are kind of weird in that they're encoded in such a way that, like, if I'm including glyphicons on my site, someone can't just come along and download glyphicons and then use it however they want. It's encoded in such a way that somehow web browsers know how to read the fonts, but like Microsoft Word wouldn't be able to read the font, for instance. And so that's something to be aware of. If you do it actually on a server, then it'll probably work better. But if you run into that, just Google it because you certainly won't be the first person. Let's see. Walter, what's a badge?
Badge. A badge highlights like new or unread items. So for example, if you have a hidden inbox, it will highlight the number next to it if you have unread messages.
Yeah, I mean, a badge can really be anything. Like, yeah, and usually it looks a lot like these buttons, and you can just sort of put it anywhere to like add a piece of information about it. Like if you go on, let's see, like Sequelize, for instance. Yeah, Sequelize. And you look down here. Come on, like these badges. These are badges right here. These aren't Bootstrap badges, but same kind of concept. Let's see. I'm not even going to ask about a progress bar because we probably know what those are. Let's see. Jared, what are list groups?
It's just different ways to create lists in links or
Cool. Thank you. And Laura, what's a navbar?
At the top, they get groups, locations on website.
Cool. Thank you. Niana, what are, you know what, I'm not going to ask you what drop-downs are because we know what drop-downs are. What are panels? Panels. Uh-oh. I gotcha. I got you.
You split it up.
Oh, you split it up? Okay. Well, feel free to refer to one of the others. Say what? Box at the border? Okay. Anyone have anything different for panels? I don't remember what these things are off the top of my head. There's a lot to keep track. So, let's see. Carousel. Aside from a musical, what is it? Lon, what's a carousel?
I didn't get that far, but I assume it's some sort of a thing where you can scroll left, right, keywords.
Yeah, something that's used a lot. Where like Like there will be the images across the page, and then you can sort of swipe across and see all the other images. Let's see, how about a modal? This is a word that we actually use a lot. Lisa, can you tell me what a modal is? Yeah, so I mean, there are also dialog boxes like, oh my gosh, this goes so slow, like this. Oh, I meant to write hi, but I'm writing ho instead. So that's a dialog box, but that you can't really style this, so that's not very useful. So yeah, it's a dialog box that's actually just rendered in CSS so that sort of floats across your page. And someone mentioned a tooltip before when talking about popovers. Let's see, Adrian, can you tell me what a tooltip actually is?
I didn't get that far, but I just can't remember. Like, it has to do with like cursor points.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, let me see if I can. I wonder if I can make an example here. Here, I'm going to add a HTML tooltip to this button, this hide form button. Okay. Title. Ooh, this is sort of a tooltip. And then if I hover my mouse over it, I get that little box popping up that says, "Woo, this is sort of a tooltip." So that's a tooltip. It's a little piece of text that usually pops up under wherever your cursor is to sort of give you a hint about something. Fun fact on a lot of comics, if you hover your cursor over the comic like on XKCD, XKCD always has a tooltip, and so does SMBC. Sorry, getting carried away. But yeah, tooltips, like you can do them in HTML just with the title attribute and an element, but you can't style that at all, and that doesn't give you as much control as you might like. So that's why tooltips can also be added in with CSS. Any questions about any of those?
Just the way just under the title thing, is that true of any HTML file?
Literally any element you can give a title. Yep. And that's really its only purpose, is just for when you hover over it. Walter?
Could you demonstrate the tooltip using the data toggle attribute?
Using the what?
Using the data toggle attribute?
No, because I don't know what that is. But I'll bet if I Google it, I'll find it. So let's see, Bootstrap tooltip data toggle. Good old W3 Schools. Actually, W3 Schools, their Bootstrap walkthrough is pretty on point. Let's see. Try it yourself. Okay, I will. There we go. We good?
Yeah.
Sweet. Any other questions? No? Cool. Okay, let's go ahead and take a break then and come back at, I don't know, 3 after 11. So that's in 8 minutes.
If you're using front-end frameworks properly, you shouldn't be using classes for anything other than style, right?
You can actually. We'll get into that too.